Chapter 32 Primal Chaos Coffin, Original Star Soul Codex. The moment Nye Tian saw his Yuan Ling clearly, Nye Tian felt that the whole world was still. Coffin. It turned out to be a coffin. Nye Tian was not mistaken. The spirit he awakened was not a soldier spirit, a beast spirit, a wood spirit, or even a dead spirit, a ghost spirit, or a strange spirit, but a coffin. Damn. God damn it, are you kidding me? After half a minute of petrification, Nye Tian finally roared. His hoarse throat showed how angry he was. Nye Tian couldn't accept it for a while after going through untold hardships and enduring the pain of being torn apart and finally awakened a coffin. If Nye Tian awakened a sword spirit or a powerful beast spirit at this time, he could still accept it calmly, but a coffin was simply challenging the limit of his patience. Whose Yuan Ling will be a coffin? If this is said, the jaw will drop and the teeth will be gritted. After a long time, Nye Tian finally calmed down. Huh. Nye Tian exhaled 3 foul breaths in succession, but his expression was still very embarrassing. Let's see what's wrong with this coffin first. Forcing himself to calm down, Nye Tian prepared to feel his spirit. Original Coffin of Chaos. Nima's name is pretty good. Nye Tian immediately got some basic information about Yuan Ling after his mental power swept over Yuan Ling. To be honest, although Nye Tian's Primal Chaos Coffin Yuan Ling is a coffin, it is a very delicate coffin. Crystal clear, very fine, giving people a feeling of gorgeousness to the extreme. But what's the use of being gorgeous? It's still a coffin. Huh? You can't see the qualification level? Continuing to perceive, a look of surprise appeared on Nye Tian's face. The Chaos Original Coffin couldn't see the qualification level. Martial Artist Yuan Ling, according to different qualification levels, is divided into different levels from the 1st to the 9th. For example, Ba Ziliang's Raging Flame Sword is a 4th Order Yuan Ling, and Mo Rushi's 9 Heavens Divine Phoenix is a 9th Order Yuan Ling. With Nye Tian's knowledge, he can almost distinguish all the aptitudes of Yuan Ling, but now, he can't see the aptitude level of the original chaotic coffin, which is a bit strange. Leave him alone. Nye Tian shook his head and continued to observe the original chaos coffin without further entanglement. Soon, his face became even more surprised. On the surface of the original chaotic coffin, there is a layer of imperceptible flowing space floating. Nye Tian felt that this layer of space seemed to be separated from all other spaces and owned by the Primal Chaos Coffin alone. It's strange, why the Primal Chaos Coffin gives me a very profound feeling as if it shouldn't exist at all. It seems to come from another time and space. The surprise on Nye Tian's face gradually turned into shock. He had a feeling that the flowing space around the original Chaos Coffin seemed to be independently created by the original Chaos Coffin, which was very strange. Nye Tian couldn't understand what kind of primordial spirit the primordial Chaos Coffin was, and his expression became more and more strange. Try with Yuan Li first to see if you can open the coffin. The Yuan Mai in Nye Tian's body circulated, and a gust of Yuan Li gushed out and melted into the original chaotic coffin. Wow! The Primal Chaos Coffin was sensed, and a thin layer of halo flowed on the surface. Nye Tian held his breath and his heart jumped into his throat. At this moment, the halo on the surface of the original Chaos Coffin suddenly surged out and turned into a vortex. The vortex suddenly grew bigger, enveloping Nye Tian at once. Ah! Nye Tian screamed, feeling his soul tremble, and the next moment he came to a closed space. Nye Tian looked at the space he was in. It was square and angular, and his face turned pale. I'm inside the coffin. It's strange, the time and space here seem to be different from the outside world, and the flow of time has slowed down. Nye Tian carefully perceived the time and space, and his face gradually became shocked. The flow of time in the original chaotic coffin is completely different from that of the outside world. It seems that the flow speed of time is only 1/10 of that of the outside world. Nye Tian suddenly thought of something, couldn't help being ecstatic, and exclaimed, "Time flows very slowly." Doesn't that mean that after 10 days of cultivation in the original Chaos Coffin, it only takes 1 day for the outside world? Then, wouldn't I be 10 times more powerful than others out of thin air? Training time. Chaos Original Coffin, so this is your wonderful use. Ha ha. Nye Tien couldn't help laughing. A feeling of going from hell to heaven made him jump up. After a long time, Nye Tien gradually calmed down. He had a feeling that the benefits of the Primal Chaos Coffin were far more than that. Being in the original Chaos Coffin, the 10th Yuan Meridian in Nye Tien's body became very active, which made him wonder if the original Chaos Coffin he awakened had something to do with the original Starstone. After a while, Nye Tien discovered that many strange patterns were floating in the inner space of the Primal Chaos Coffin. These weird patterns seem to overlap perfectly with the space, are hidden in the space, and are difficult to be found. Nye Tien closed his eyes and carefully perceived every inch of space around him. His face gradually became horrified, and finally, he froze. He is a person with a tough heart, and ordinary things can't shock him at all. But everything he perceived was too weird, completely beyond his imagination. The interior space of the original Chaos Coffin is not large, but after careful perception, Nye Tien was surprised to find that it seems that the space is wrapped with a very complicated sublayer space. The sublevel space gave Nye Tien a sense of boundlessness. What surprised him the most was that the sublevel space was filled with strange patterns, like stars all over the sky, shining in the space. There were too many to count. What are these patterns? Nye Tien asked after a long time in surprise. Most of the patterns in the sublevel space are dark and hazy, and only a very small part is bright. Nye Tien became more and more surprised. At this moment, he finally knew that the primordial spirit of the original Coffin of Chaos is a heaven-defying primordial spirit. Nye Tien opened his eyes. Suddenly, his expression became stiff. In front of him is floating a star-studded heavenly book. The Book of Heaven is simple and solemn, covered with a little bit of starlight, giving people a sense of holiness and solemnity. On the heavenly book, for big characters are engraved, Star Soul Original Code. Open it. Nye Tien gulped down his saliva, forcing himself to calm down, with a thought. The Star Soul Codex opened. On the first page of the book, there is a little text, the original Book of Star Souls, which records all the star souls in the galaxy realm. Galaxy boundary? Star Soul? The original Chaotic Coffin is indeed related to the original Starstone. Nye Tien immediately understood. The inner world of the 10th Yuan Meridian is the galaxy boundary. The Star Soul Codex records all the star souls in the galaxy boundary. There must be an inseparable relationship between the two. What is the Star Soul? With doubts, Nye Tien continued to look through the original Star Soul. The first page is an introduction to the original Star Soul. After reading it, Nye Tien understood a lot. The Star Soul is the condensed power of the stars. The strange pattern that Nye Tien saw in the sublayer space before is exactly the pattern of the Star Soul. There are also different levels of Star Souls, from the 1st level to the 9th level. The Star Soul can only be portrayed with the power of the stars, other powers cannot portray the Star Soul. Nye Tien continued to look at the second page of the original Star Soul. On the second page, there are 12 Star Soul patterns, some are sharp arrow patterns, some are spirit beast patterns, and some are wing patterns, all of which are first-order Star Soul patterns. Could it be? Nye Tien suddenly thought of a possibility, and was overjoyed. I can use the power of the Star Soul after I draw the pattern of the Star Soul. But where do we want to engrave the Star Soul pattern? Nye Tien frowned slightly, looked up at the enclosed space around him, and suddenly exclaimed, the original Coffin of Chaos. You can engrave the Star Soul pattern on the original Chaos Coffin. Thinking of this possibility, Nye Tien no longer hesitated, and immediately looked for a suitable Star Soul pattern. That's it. His gaze finally fixed on a Star Soul pattern named Chi-Yin Sharp Arrow. Would it be possible to draw the Chi-Yin Star Soul, and I will be able to attack like a bow and arrow Yuanling? Nye Tien was so excited that he immediately took the original Star Soul code and exited the original Chaos Coffin. Nye Tien circulated the 10th Yuan meridian, and the power of the stars was like a sharp blade, engraved stroke by stroke on the original chaotic coffin. At this time, Nye Tien discovered that the red flame pattern looks very simple, but after careful characterization, its interior is very complicated, and almost every detailed point contains a mystery. And every star power must be just right, neither too heavy nor too light. The weirdest thing is that there seems to be some kind of subtle spiritual formation contained in the Qi-Yin Star Soul. Some parts of the pattern can only be engraved on the spirit plate after other parts have been successfully carved, otherwise, it will be dark and invalid. Nye Tien devoted himself physically and mentally to the portrayal of the Star Soul. I don't know how long it took, but after countless attempts, a complete picture of the red flame Star Soul appeared on the original chaotic coffin. Lifelike, and the pattern on the original Star Soul, as if withdrawn. It's finally healed. Nye Tien heaved a sigh of relief, only then did he realize that he was already drenched in sweat. It takes so much energy to draw a small Star Soul pattern. Nye Tien felt dizzy and groggy. Fortunately, his spiritual power is strong enough, otherwise, it would be impossible to portray Qi-Yin Star Soul. Nye Tien wanted to continue flipping through the next page of the original Star Soul manual but found that he couldn't open it. He saw a line of small words at the bottom. The strength has reached the 5th level of Yuanling, and you can open the next page. Nye Tien frowned slightly and murmured a smile. It doesn't matter if you can't open it. I guess the Star Soul behind it is more complicated. With my current strength, even if I can open it, I can't describe it, and it will only increase my troubles. Nye Tien was eager to test the power of the Qi-Yin Star Soul, so he came out of the pubic region space directly. He removed the spiritual formation at the entrance of the cave and walked out of the cave. Having just awakened the Yuanling and reached the 1st level of the Yuanling, Nye Tien felt that his combat power had increased several times. If he met Ba Ziliang again at this time, even if he didn't use the 3 seals of the God of War, he would still be able to fight against him. Fight 1 or 2. The people from the Bloodbat sect haven't shown up yet. Let's go see how Nye Santilli is doing. The sensory arrays on the 3 roads didn't respond, which meant that the Bloodbat sect hadn't appeared yet. Nye Tien suddenly remembered Nye Santilli, just in time. Look at the power of Qi-Yin Star Soul on him.